Well, hello and welcome everybody to what is a very special occasion and celebration for all of us here today. I'm sure there's a number of you for which this would be the first time here on the rooftop at Newcastle Permanent. I'm sure you'll agree it's a pretty impressive view. Whilst it's not the best day, it's nice and cool, and it's a beautiful view of Newcastle, a bit of a different view, so enjoy that while you're up here. For those of you I haven't met, and there wouldn't be too many of you in the room I haven't met, but my name's Jason Burke and I'm lucky enough to be the Executive Officer of the Newcastle Permanent Charitable Foundation. And I'd just like to recognise and thank all of you, particularly those that have travelled today, whether you're a staff member, a volunteer, a director of one of the charities to which we are supporting today, whether you're a member of the senior executive team or senior management here at Newcastle Permanent, thank you for coming along, and obviously the Newcastle Permanent Charitable Foundation Board, who are here today as well. Now, without any further ado, I would like to introduce our chairman of the Charitable Foundation, Mike Slater, to address you. Over to you, Mike.
Thank you, Jason. I'd also like to express my thanks for all the guests that have come today. I'm aware some of you have travelled some distance to be here. My thanks to all of you for attending. I need to acknowledge my fellow board members, Julie Ainsworth, Mr Philip Neat, Samantha Martin-Williams, Mr Mike Rabbit. I've received apologies from Mr Barry Lewis, who is unable to attend. There's also senior staff here today. I'm reliably informed, although I don't see Mark Williams. Lincoln's here today. Michael Leach. Normally he's with Lincoln. I don't see Michael, so he may turn up later. And Andrew Yost is also not here. We're here today. I'm here in particular as Chair of the Charitable Foundation to announce the latest round of recipients of grants, I should say. Possibly it's that time of Christmas that it's very timely that these announcements are made, but let me hasten to say they're not gifts, they're grants for the application to the benefit of the community. The allocation today totals in excess of $800,000 worth of grant funding, and we'd like to celebrate and recognise the work the charities that are here with us today perform in supporting and improving the lives of those who are in need or disadvantaged in the community. I'll speak to you briefly about the foundation, but what I'd really like to highlight is the power and obligation that business leaders have, as well as professionals in organisations, to enhance and support and change the lives of those in need in the community that supports them. You may already know the Charitable Foundation was established by the Board of Directors of the Building Society in 2003. The intent was to provide a gift to the community to recognise 100 years of support. The Board determined to endow a charitable trust with $30 million that would enable in perpetuity the Foundation to deliver grants to enable philanthropic community projects to be performed on a continuing basis. The Foundation's ethos is to make a meaningful difference to our community by supporting projects, and here's the essence, that provide real and practical benefits to people who are disadvantaged or in need in regional New South Wales. This year is the 11th year of operation of the Foundation. It's provided in excess of $13 million in grants for more than 300 community projects. This is a significant achievement, and it gives us a chance to reflect on just how much of an impact this foundation has been able to apply to our communities. In the past 11 years, we've been privileged to have witnessed the positive impact of programs funded by the Foundation, provided by the charities supported by the Foundation, across a wide range of issues within our community. Whether it be organisations working to improve the health and well-being of people, young and old, like the Royal Institute for the Deaf and Blind Children, Red Kite, Heart Kids, the Leukaemia Foundation, Variety of the Children's Charity, or the Cochlear Implant Centre, or organisations supporting at-risk, disadvantaged young people in our community like PCYC, YMCA, Touched by the Olivia Foundation, Books in Homes Australia or the Salvation Army. We are constantly impressed by the commitment and dedicated organisations like these that are delivering into the community important services and programs. I believe our model benefits from its financial and governing independence, operating solely with the purpose of delivering grants where we believe they will have the most beneficial impact. Members of the Foundation Board are extremely proud to be part of an organisation as recognised as one of, if not the largest of its kind in regional Australia, certainly in our state. Finally, I'd like to recognise the Board of the Charitable Foundation for their stewardship and dedication in providing the facility and ensuring its ongoing operation. The Executive Officer, Jason Burke, for his professionalism and diligence, and along with the staff that support Jason's role, and the staff and volunteers from all the community-based charities. Thank you again on behalf of the Board. I wish each of the recipients here today every success in delivering their projects. I'll hand you back to Jason.
Okay, now to the exciting part of the ceremony today. What I'm going to do now is just provide a very brief overview of each of the projects being funded by the Foundation in this round of funding. So when I do that, if a representative of that organisation could come forward and accept their grant, the not-so-giant novelty cheque. They're getting smaller, Mike, aren't they? We used to have these massive, big novelty, now they're getting smaller. So, of course. So
we now have a logistical.
So firstly, we have the Autoimmune Resource and Research Centre, based here in Newcastle at the John Hunter Hospital. They'll be receiving $45,000 to establish and deliver a comprehensive community education and awareness program. Books in Homes Australia will receive $23,000 to provide age-appropriate book packs for more than 300 disadvantaged students attending Kelso Public School in Bathurst and the Kelso Early Intervention Centre.
Thank you.
Ronald McDonald House in Orange will receive $30,000 to erect a dedicated playground within the grounds of the new state-of-the-art Ronald McDonald House being built in Orange. And I think we have an apology from the chairperson today, unfortunately. The Central Coast Multicultural Resource Centre will receive $61,500 to establish a mobile multicultural resource library that will visit local schools, daycare centres and preschools around the Central Coast and Hunter, promoting social cohesion and acceptance of those from multicultural backgrounds. The Cancer Council of New South Wales will receive $66,500 to establish the Transport to Treatment program in the central west of the state. This money will be used to purchase 2 new vehicles to provide free transport to and from treatment for those living with cancer in Mudgee, Bathurst and Orange. The Cerebral Palsy Alliance will receive $65,000 to deliver the Just Like You school education program throughout the Hunter Valley. This program aims to improve knowledge, attitudes and perceptions of young people towards those with a disability. The program aims to demonstrate to young people that people with disabilities are the same as everybody else. They are just like you. Family Insights Incorporated, based here in Newcastle, will receive $14,500 to assist in the expansion of the very innovative Stories in the Street program, which aims to promote early literacy, build social skills and increase language development in very young children in disadvantaged parts of our community, including Mayfield, Windale and South Muswellbrook. The Hunter Breast Cancer Foundation will receive $35,000 to fund an additional vehicle to support the transport needs of those living with breast cancer in our community. This new vehicle, we hope, will certainly increase the number of breast cancer patients this great organisation is able to support. Rosalie, must be an apology. The Hunter Youth Mentor Collaborative will receive $33,000 to support the training of additional youth mentors in the Hunter and to provide educational scholarships to up to 30 disadvantaged students in our community. The Kids Foundation will receive $55,000 to deliver the Seymour Safety School Education Program in more than 100 daycare centres and preschools across the mid-north coast. This interactive program engages teachers, parents and students and aims to reduce the number of serious injuries and deaths caused by preventable injuries such as serious burns. The Leukaemia Foundation of Australia will receive $69,000 to fund the purchase of additional patient transport vehicles in the Hunter and the Central Coast. These two new vehicles brings the total number of patient transport vehicles supported with the Leukaemia Foundation to more than 8. Pathfinders from the New England area will receive $46,000 to assist in the construction of a new rural workshop at Tilbuster Station, just outside of Armidale. This workshop will assist pathfinders to deliver accredited training and hands-on rural education to at-risk and disadvantaged young people in that community. The PCYC in Muswellbrook will receive $39,500 to purchase a new van to allow club management and police officers connected to the club to transport young people to and from club activities, programs and events. The foundation has previously funded similar vans in clubs in Bathurst, Orange and Tamworth. The PCYC in Nelson Bay will receive $47,500 to establish the Citizens Cafe and Training Centre at the club in Nelson Bay. This cafe will provide important training and work experience opportunities for disengaged and at-risk young people in the Port Stephens area. And most importantly, we hope we'll be serving the best coffee in the bay. The Smith family will receive $99,000 to expand and establish the very successful 10 minutes a day literacy program for young families in Orange, Bathurst and Mudgee. Funds will also be used to upgrade and update 10 minutes a day resources at libraries in Armidale, Lake Macquarie, Coffs Harbour, Foster, Lismore, Port Macquarie, Taree and Ballina. Vision Australia will receive $18,000 to fund the production of 60 new Felix kits for children with vision impairment in the Hunter. These kits will contain storybooks in Braille, audiobooks, tactile aids and toys. And these kits will be available for local families to borrow through the Vision Australia Felix Library. And finally, we have the United Hospital Auxiliary from the Mater Hospital, who will receive $55,000 to purchase an amazing new piece of medical technology called a scalp cooling machine. This machine will be used in the chemotherapy suite at the Mater Hospital and support more than 40 patients a day receiving chemotherapy treatment. This machine cools the scalp during treatment and prevents hair loss, which creates anxiety and psychological issues for a lot of men and women in the community. Unfortunately, the technology wasn't around a few years ago for me. Thank you. Has everyone got a cheque? Good, good. That's the main thing.
Not talking to you, Phil.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Joe.
I would now like to invite Susie O'Neill, the CEO of the Kids Foundation, to respond on behalf of all of the 17 charities today.
Just pull it down a little bit. Thank you for the opportunity for me to speak on behalf of all the wonderful charities here today. Each year, the Newcastle Permanent Foundation... it's not working. Okay, there you go. Provides grants to community organisations, and on this occasion we are the fortunate ones. In Australia there are 600,000 not-for-profit organisations. With many causes, we are challenged to be at the fore of making a difference in the cause that we care about. On receiving a grant or donation, it is not taken for granted. Although well deserved, it is a privilege, and we have a serious role to play in addressing the important community issues that Newcastle Permanent Charitable Foundation has identified as their key focus areas. Grants have been given to our organisations because the Foundation believes in the valuable work that we do to support and changing the lives of the courageous and inspirational young people that engage in our charity worlds. The funds we have received are invested in the work we are expected to accomplish. How our organisations can show our appreciation is to change lives of real people. That is how they will know their money was put to the best use in the programs and services they invested in. We all do things differently, programs to keep us ahead of the game. In 2014, thanks to a grant from the Newcastle Permanent Foundation, 150 preschools and approximately 7,500 children and their families benefited from our Seymour Safety Program. They actually took resources into their homes. 8 volunteers from Newcastle Permanent engaged in pre and post testing at 15 preschools with approximately 350 children to evaluate the effectiveness of the program in relation to the children's safety and risk conceptualisation and behaviour change. It also gave the volunteers the opportunity to see firsthand the program that their organisation was supporting. A significant increase in positive behaviour change was recorded by parents, also reflected in the children's pre-scores and post-scores, with one preschool recording a 22% average gain in safety and risk understanding. Injury kills and disables more children than any illness or disease. The financial cost of injury and death in Australia is in the order of $1.5 billion a year. It is through well-designed education programs delivered at a stage where life skills are instilled that we could reduce injury. And if we could do this by 1%, the cost to the state system in these regions alone is $1.5 million. Whilst we don't underestimate the power of facts and statistics, it is the unexpected letter or comment that reminds us of the importance of our work. A letter we received a few days ago reads, "Dear Sir or Madam, I'm writing to inquire regarding your Seymour Safety Program. Recently, my 4-year-old child brought home a Seymour Safety road safety booklet from his preschool, and we found it an invaluable resource for our family in educating our children to be safe on the road. I've also found that my 2-year-old daughter has benefited greatly from this booklet, and that she will often talk about road safety issues in the car and when we are out and about, relating them back to what she'd seen in the book. I would like the opportunity to be able to integrate your program and distribute these resources at Hunter Mobile Preschool, the preschool I teach at. We didn't even know that there was such a thing as a mobile preschool. Most funders will tell you that they don't need plaques or trinkets. However, on this occasion, the Kids Foundation would like to present a plaque of appreciation which has been presented to our community partners in 2014 to celebrate our 21st year. Mike, please accept this plaque on behalf of the Kids Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We really appreciate the support that we're given by the Foundation, because many charities find themselves outside the guidelines for government funding, which is one of our organisations. And with many larger corporations, particularly in the mining industry, that has heavily supported the community sector in the past, the funds have diminished. Newcastle Permanent Charitable Foundation has the perfect sustainable model. Like most charities, we would not be able to operate if it weren't for the funding we receive from our community partners and donors. On behalf of the 17 partners represented here today, we thank Newcastle Permanent Charitable Foundation for their ongoing community support and believing in us to make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Susie. That really concludes the official proceedings today, guys. I know a lot of you are staying around for a meeting this afternoon with me. Bad luck. So we've got a little bit of business to do this afternoon. But look, really, again, on behalf of the chairman and the board of the foundation, thank you very much for coming along today to celebrate what is a very special occasion. We certainly wish you all the best, delivering the projects for which that money has been set aside over the next 6 to 12 months. We know it won't be easy and there'll be problems along the way, and we look forward to working with you through the process. And again, really welcome to the Newcastle Permanent Charitable Foundation family. It is a family here, and we welcome each and every one of you. So thank you. I think there's still a bit of lunch to be and some soft drinks to be had, and we're due to wrap up here at about 2 o'clock. So thank you very much.